I'm Jim White, and this is my car, and I've driven it over 500,000 miles, and this is my story. I grew up in Shreveport, and it's really just a large, overgrown country town. And all this out in here where we are now was hayfields, pastures. I really enjoyed growing up as a young man here. When I was young, I was delivering groceries on bicycle. And then from there, I went to delivering papers on horseback. And then now I've ended up delivering parts by automobile. I work for a large package company and deliver their computer parts. I've driven to many places in about a 4 or 5 state area. I've covered much of East Texas, well, all of East Texas, Mississippi, Tennessee, to New Orleans, Oklahoma, Arkansas a lot. Natchitoches, I go to Little Rock a lot. I was in Hot Springs last week, Alexandria, Fort Smith, Monroe, Baton Rouge. So as long as my health holds up, I'll probably keep doing it.
I've heard about it when I came over from Longview, Texas. I'd heard of a gentleman in the Shreveport area. I heard about a car with multiple hundreds of thousands of miles on it. Nobody knew over there exactly how many hundreds of thousand miles were on it, but now it's got 500,000 on it.
Well, now this car I'm driving is a 207. I put quite a few miles on it. I think right now I'm sitting at 512,000. I guess it was over 200,000. I got to think about the timing belt. But then I found it didn't have a belt, it had a chain. And I knew enough that I didn't hear the chain making any noise. As long as it wasn't making any noise, I wasn't too concerned about it. Later on in my mind, I got on up over 300,000, 400,000. I didn't trust it. So at 406,000, I said, well, I'm going to change it. And so I got a hold of this fellow I know who's a very good mechanic. So I took it to him, and so I went to pick it up. He said, Mr. White, he said, you didn't need a timing chain. He said, the car, it's all right. He said, I'll tell you something else. He said, that engine looked like an engine about 30,000 miles on it. He said, that engine's so clean you could eat off of it. And that really impressed me, because I've worked on years on cars, and the engine be all gummed up at less than 100,000 miles. And so that made me check into more about what kind of oil I was using. All these miles I've been using the car, I started using Kendall oil. Of course, I didn't know it was Kendall oil at the time.
He uses a Kendall full synthetic oil. What that does, the oil you put in, you can actually run a little bit longer on a full synthetic oil. It has the additives in it that you need to keep your car running longer.
The only one that services my car is Firestone Complete Auto Care. The wisdom I give you, the only thing I can think of that I've done is just a Kendall oil. I mean, what else could you do? I mean, you service your car regular and good oil. And of course, everybody says they got the best oil. And by experience, I found out what's the best.
If I was to guess, I'd like to see him hit 1,000,000 miles on that car.
And so I don't know who's going to last the longest, me or the car. Long live the engine.